Hi, welcome back to my channel, Open the Door. This is episode 67, Unlocking Solitude and Finding Peace. Well, I'm going to start with a couple quotes here. Here's one, I don't know who said it. Solitude is the doorway to peace within. And this other quote is by a man named Blaise Pascal. He says, all of man's problems stem from his inability to sit quietly in a room alone. Ooh, that's deep. Well, I've found solitude to be one of the greatest tools I have in my spiritual and healing journey, and I want to share some things with you about it today. So, embracing solitude means creating intentional moments of aloneness to foster personal growth, self-awareness, creativity, and inner peace. A practice that encourages spiritual reflection and growth is solitude, and it's by taking time away from distractions and social demands. Philosophers and spiritual leaders like Thoreau, Rumi, and Thomas Merton highlight the connection between solitude and peace and praise solitude as essential for self-discovery and personal growth. It's a powerful tool, as I said, and it helps in our emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being because we're able to process our emotions without distractions. It helps reduce mental noise, and it makes space for exploration and connection to our higher self, our connection to source. And for myself and for all of us, solitude can feel challenging, and we avoid it. And here's some reasons why we do that. Well, uncomfortable feelings come up when we're in solitude, and when we're faced with these uncomfortable thoughts and feelings, like regret, anxiety, insecurities, it can feel overwhelming if we don't have tools to deal with that. We have a lack of patience. In our hyper-connected world, solitude can feel unfamiliar and unsettling. We become dependent and addicted on external stimulation, and it can feel like a void is created when we enter into this space of solitude. We're used to constant entertainment and social interaction, and when we're in solitude, for some people, it can feel boring, uncomfortable, or even create that feeling of FOMO, the fear of missing out. There's a fear of loneliness that many of us have, and there's a misconception that solitude means that you're, sunk into loneliness, but that's not true. Solitude, remember, it's an intentional choice to spend time with ourselves. There's always pressure from society for productivity, and solitude can feel like wasted time where we're not working on our priorities or, checking off our list of to-do things or meeting our accomplishments. And there's difficulty in just the mindset of being present, of being mindful. And that also creates a blockage to a desire to want to be in solitude. Some people suffer from low self-worth, and solitude can feel painful and be hard to deal with and struggle if you've got low self-esteem. So solitude is important, though. We've got to move through the fear. I did a whole episode on that. I don't know the number, but I'll place it in here when I do my editing. But it is important. It is important for many reasons, and here's some of those reasons right now. Solitude provides clarity. So we've got a lot of time for self-reflection and thinking about our personal experiences, our values, and our goals. And when we're in this state of solitude, then we're able to work on those goals and start to make a plan to set things in motion. We gain a sense of emotional regulation in solitude because we process and manage our emotions, and it reduces anxiety and promotes stability. There's enhanced creativity that comes with solitude because being alone gives freedom for our mind to wander and explore and generate new ideas. We can have improved relationships from our times that we choose to spend in solitude because we're learning to value our connections without dependency. Spiritual growth is a great aspect and a reason why solitude can be very important because it helps us to connect with the divine and the deeper aspects of life and ourselves through prayer and meditation. And another great reason that solitude is important is that we're able to mentally recharge. We reset, recharge, replenish our mental energy when we take breaks from external stimuli. and being in constant worry or thinking about the past or what may happen in the future. So there's that whole mindfulness aspect again. So here's some ways that you can start to cultivate a love of solitude. And if you're not used to spending time alone, then start small. Start in small steps. Short 5 to 10 minute periods of quiet time. We're not trying to make anything happen, but we're carving out time and space to get to know ourselves better. Is really what this is all about. So redefine what your mindset is of solitude and reframe it as an opportunity for self-care and discovery. Create a welcoming space, somewhere comfortable, an environment like a reading nook or in the garden or somewhere peaceful, and it doesn't have to be the same place every time. You can find solitude just about anywhere. Engage in meaningful activities during this time of solitude. So you don't need to sit in complete silence during these periods of solitude. You can engage in anything like reading, art, music, your favorite hobby, or you can practice mindfulness and not do anything but be mindful. So that's where you're going to pay attention to the present moment and focus on the breath and your surroundings and sensations and connect with the present moment. During solitude, you can reflect and journal and write about your thoughts, your feelings, and your experiences. And you can use affirmations. I'm going to give you some in a few minutes to build your inner confidence and self-reliance and detach from external validation. Use nature during solitude. I love nature, and I love to go on hikes and nature walks, and I'm always by myself when I go on walks. I meet other people along the way and speak to them. I pet a lot of dogs, talk to squirrels and birds. That's right. And I don't care. I enjoy it very much. But be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace. It's a gradual process. Everything on the healing journey takes time, and that's a fact that you need to come to terms with when dealing with all these things that I've been talking about. So here's some affirmations that you might want to try to help you get used to solitude. You can say it during the time you're in solitude, or to sort of get your brain ready for when you're going to spend time a little bit later. So the first one says, I find peace and clarity in my moments of stillness. The second one is, solitude is a gift that nurtures my soul. The third one says, I am whole and complete in my own presence. And this one's my favorite. Stillness brings me closer to divine peace and understanding. So for me personally, I've learned that solitude is not a punishment. It's a choice, and it's not a banishment from connection. I'm not, eliminating myself completely from the world forever, but I do like to take some time every day to be in solitude, and it's not hard because I live alone, so it's choice to disconnect from outside stimuli, though. Even though I'm here alone the majority of the time, I don't need to be always doing something. So I practice mindfulness. I practice time spent in solitude. So my greatest inspiration and insights and personal revelations have occurred during solitude, including ideas for topics to cover on this channel. I also write music, play music, and I'm working on a couple of books. So I'll talk more about the books in the future, in the not too distant future. But I'll tell you more about those in future episodes. Anyway, I want to close this out with a quote, another one that I really like that has to do with solitude. Solitude is where peace whispers and the soul listens. Well, I see it that way anyway. I hope you're doing well. I wish you peace, love, and light. Take good care of yourselves. There's another video coming up very shortly. So stay tuned for that, and have a great day. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.